Click. Oh, I think I just knocked that out of position, did I not? Where do I need to stand? It doesn't look like it's in the right place to me. Back here somewhere. I had to stand a long way away from the mic. Is that okay with you? If it's okay with you, it's okay with me. Right, okay, so my name is Paul Murphy, and this is a guitar that I can barely get over my shoulder now because my hands are done. I was going to do this with a shirt off and show you the ravages of motor neuron disease, but well, there'll be some media. I'll have to do it sometime soon, though, just so you can see. Now, this is a remake of Some Consequences. But, was really, how's that? 40 years on. Dum-ba-dum. I have no idea why this microphone. Well, I do, I can't. My finger. You don't want to know this stuff. Some Consequences. I just got a glimpse of my haggard eyes there, so I'm going to put some glasses on. That'll help me see the lyrics better. But they might mean you can look at me without losing your lunch. I really want to adjust that camera so I can down a bit. It's bugging me, so I am sorry. I can't see all the pictures of my children that are on the bottom of the TV, you see. So, and that's my audience. I don't think you can see them still. Let me. No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can turn your eyes off, I'm not buying. You seem to forget that the door works both ways. The nights are gone when I'd cry, why she not replying? Next time you're down, try singing a song of praise. One day you're gonna face some consequences. A sultry low-eyed pout won't buy you love. Don't ring my bell, I've built some strong defenses. Seems none of your disciples are too devout. You think you get away with your seeds of dismay. You got a cold surprise in store. Be careful what you say, because the games that you play don't have the same effect anymore. So many people now know your hidden entrance. It's no wonder your mind has been robbed blind. There was a time you wouldn't let me complete a sentence. Now it's you with hung jury words to find. okay, that's some consequences. When I wrote that yesterday, it came to me in my head. It was really quite this is a beautiful artwork by my amazing daughter, Anne, there. Dylan, the Slotties. So I'm making these videos mainly for my children now. So this is those recorders there. Are you watching this, NHS, who've left me to rot here and die for the last 6 months? My body wasted away to nothing. Those recorders are every conversation I've had with a GP, a doctor, a nurse, hospital, and the last 8 years. The only way you're going to sort out what's going on in this country in hospitals is just get staff to make them wear body cameras. That's what helped cut out the corruption in the Met Police. Believe me, I lived in London in the early 80s. It was so bad, so bad. I mean, it probably was everywhere, but that's just where I was living. And it didn't really change when these body cams came in, you know. It helped a little bit, you know. And I'd say if it's good enough for the police and it's good enough for store workers and security guards in stores, you know, it's an awful case example to use for obvious reasons. But if Lucy Letby had been wearing a body camera, only one baby and maybe zero, you know. So that's the thing, you know. Let me tell you a little bit about the Met. I used to play all the charity concerts that was going in the 80s. This is not a grizzle of mine, it's something I've been mentioning a little bit lately, just out of a puzzlement, you know. All the charity concerts I played through the 80s. I stopped in about 88, I guess. That picture you saw me previously with the acoustic guitar with this, by the way, is some of these pictures, by the way, so of my beautiful daughter. So the picture of Ms. Ronay that you've just seen, there's the closest approximation I can get, apart from Daphne Blake of Scooby-Doo, of who looks like a them wonderful, these days not so much so, I'll go for mine. So this is like the story of my life flashing by, that's the right songs. But all the bands, you know, they used to come in the room, you know, I nearly said another word beginning with P then, but it's an insult as a vegetarian, I love animals. And so we would play all these charity, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I mean, we like the exposure, and there were other benefits that came along to playing a gig, you know, when you were, well, I had been 21 and not bad looking in those days, I guess. It wasn't this old wreck that you see before you know, the wreck of the Hesperus. And isn't that just the best picture ever? My son asleep with his wonderful unicorn. Hi Tina. Sorry, I'm engaged with the viewfinder, doesn't go on here. I'll just get this story. So we would be there, and the police would just come into the band room, you know, they'd be doing the rounds and everything. Bear in mind, you know, it wasn't like it is now, where, you know, there's one pub, I don't know, every 20 miles or something, you know. It was a thriving music scene then and everything, you know. And they would just go along, they would just wander into the band room. What's that I smelled? And then normally, I guess, a lot of the times they could smell something, but I was a solo act at that point. Who was it been asking me the other day? Do you have bands? And I said, no. I said, the problem with bands is, you know, you need 4 of you to be on track, and that's a pain in the ass, because someone's always off down a phone box, you know, trying to arrange something to get him through the night or whatever. You go, look. So, but the other reason was, if you just, you know, you need a bed for the night, you know, and so if you just turn up in, if I turn up in Bath tonight, you know, and play an acoustic set somewhere, you know, or even on a street corner, is how I started out. 9-hour versions of Mr. Tambourine Man, like, you know, because they would just be passing you by, like, you know, and everything, you know, they might put some money in, might not, you know, but they were gone, you know, out of your life in 30 seconds, they went on. You know, I did wonder if, you know, someone would come back, you know, on their way back from their shopping trip, you know, sort of 4 hours later, and you're still playing Mr. Tambourine Man. They're like, Just play that. Every song you know. I want my 10 pence back. But if it's just you and acoustic guitar, it's a lot easier to find a bed for the night, you know? If there's 4 of you and one has got a drum kit, you don't really find too many people saying, yeah, come on back and crash at my place, like, you know. And they wake up in the morning, you know, and their cupboard's been raided and their underwear drawer's been raided or whatever. And I was telling you about the police. So the police would just come round, you know, and they would go from club to club to pub to pub. Venue. Right, Liz? We said we smell in here. And as I said, I think I said before, you know, normally they could smell something. But they didn't smell anything on me because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm vegetarian. Even then, back in 81, I became a vegetarian in, I think, 80. I think I last ate meat with, I had one lapse in about 83. My first wife. Hi Sue, how you doing, my darling? Hope things worked out well for you. And, but I had no means of cooking it, you know, so that's kind of how I got into vegetarianism. Then just the pure practicalities of it, like, you know. And what's that we smell it? Yeah, okay. Well, 10% to your manager, is it, lads? Okay, well, we'll call it. Well, you know, we'll call it £2 each, shall we? You know. And I remember one night, which is the night that I was reflecting on. Someone came around the house the other day, and I used to know when I was playing concerts, and I brought this back. And I said, it's a charity gig, you know. We're not getting paid. Well, I think you should renegotiate your fee then, son, he said to me. So you played the charity concert and you ended up less money in your pocket than you did before you came in because you had to go and pay the boys in blue off. I was there when that had been around the time when they'd either hounded Mary Millington into departing this vale, or it had to be around at that time. Because I used to live in Soho down there, hang out down around Soho. Oh, those were some times, I can tell you, my friend. Shall I do this song again, or shall I just turn that previous anecdote into a song, you know? All those days, where have they gone? All I had back then was a pure heart and a strong song. People that I knew for a second or two. I gaze back now and think fondly of you. Fleeting sands, oh, they shift so fast. Like ships in the night, you all sailed by so fast. Every one of you still resides in my soul. You spring unbidden to me, beyond my control. Golden days, but I only know that now. Would I change them if I could? No. Somehow they were the joys of my life that made every night shine. They help me not be afraid as I know I'm crossing the line. Oh, girls, I love you still in my thoughts, in the songs that my emotions bought. Where are you now? How did things work out for you? Here's my vow, I never told you one word untrue. They'll tell you nostalgia ain't what it used to be. Oh, I can tell you though, it is still with me. Today won't take those memories away. They were golden days then, that's how they'll always stay. Golden days, I will always stay. Golden days, time won't wash them away. Golden days remaining pure in my heart. Golden days, golden days. I didn't want to stop playing though. Once you get a nice EA riff going, you know it's pretty hard to stop sometimes. Okay, but I gotta change the file now, and I gotta tighten my leg braces up, which are becoming loose, and it looks like I'm gonna feel like this. So, some consequences. You want to hear an electric version of that? Would it work electrically? I can hear it in my head, but yeah, we might give it a go. Peace and love. Emily, Dad loves you with all his heart and soul.